Hi guys, this is Shannon from Reptile Way and welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be everything you need to know about how to actually feed a children's python. So let's get into this video. Okay guys, so we're going to feed 5 children's pythons for you today. Now a rule of thumb is keep the feeding strictly at night. They are nocturnal, so I feed my guys between 8 PM to 11 PM and keep your handling done in the day. Don't handle them at night as this is sort of their hunting time and this can lead to, nips, and again, they're not trying to hurt you, they've just got a little bit confused. And now we're going to go to the animal freezer. We're going to grab out all the different sizes food we need. So we've got Pat, she's on a fully grown mouse. We've got Dynamo and Pearl's food, and then we've got the 2 younger ones. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill the container up with hot water from the tap for the food completely to thaw out. You do not want to feed your snake frozen food, and it's better it being warm to the touch. It mimics prey. But now we're going to start off by feeding Patch. Now Patch was a little bit too excited. She did sort of strike and try to get her food out of the tub itself, and it fell on the floor, so let's try that again. And but when it comes to feeding my children's pythons, I do feed them in the enclosure. Now I wouldn't recommend this with all species of snakes, say like your black-headed or your womas. You probably want to get a feeding tub. However, I found that you can still sort of handle these guys, do stuff in their enclosure if you keep it strictly in the day and feeding at night. And they're not going to sort of get confused and accidentally nip you and think you're food if you sort of keep that separate day and night activities. So feeding at night and handling in the day. But here we've got Pearl, she's never missed a feed in her life. I can actually watch her eat an entire mouse, film her, and she doesn't get nervous, she will scoff that thing down. Whereas other snakes, once they've got their food, or if you have to leave their food for them, they don't like you watching them feeding. So again, you may have to sort of leave them be, let them eat their food, and if you can't see the mouse anywhere in their enclosure, they've obviously eating it, and you can probably see a bulge as well in the snake. But here we've got little Slinky. Slinky's another female, and I found the females are just great feeders. For some reason, they are just always hungry, and yeah, lots of my girls have never missed a feed. Whereas the males, you may have to mess around with the food a little bit, coax them into feeding more, and they will miss a few feeds. So that's just my personal experience between the different sexes when it comes to feeding. Here's Noodle, he's a male, he's a unique, shy little fella, and what he likes to do is strike his food, let it go the first time, and then on the second or third strike he will hold on to it. So that's his little quirk. But he was quite a hard one to get feeding as a baby. I'd have to feed him in that same spot of his baby enclosure all the time. He would not take his food anywhere else. Also, I'd have to wriggle it around a lot more than I would have to do for Slinky, the girl. And I'd have to cut the tip of the mouse's nose as well for that blood to really get him to wanting to feed. So I had to do a lot of tricks with little Noodle compared to the female. And we've got Pearl, she's still playing around with her food, dragging it into a better spot for her to eat it. And again, just leave your snake, leave it alone once it's feeding, and don't handle it until 48 hours after it's eaten. If you handle it any earlier than that, it could cause regurgitation, damage to it as well. But here we've got Dynamo. Dynamo doesn't strike his food, he generally wants me to leave it for him. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. Hopefully it did help you out today. And again, if you did like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see future content, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.